Hey there, happy Sabbath. Remember, it just takes 5 minutes out of your day to communicate with the most important friend you'll ever have, God. You find a cool place that you like and you feel comfortable in. You slow your breathing down and you go over your week and you check your actions, your words, and your behavior with the 10 Commandments. Did you follow them or not? And where you find error, you admit it to yourself and then ask God to forgive you and promise to do better next week. That's keeping the Sabbath holy because God only has 10 laws for us. Man has created thousands. And a lot of laws are created in order to get something to getting something to happen by making something else happen, calling something else. This is where do-gooding comes from, or do-gooders. They find a back door, to get what they want. Or they find an excuse. I've never been much for excuses. And if I am not knowledgeable about something, I ask because I want to be correct. That's why when I am successful with this endeavor to free all the people, I'm pulling it down offline. It's going into unpublished mode, and I'm giving everybody who is listed as a character an opportunity to speak with me about maybe omitting some things. I'll always tell the truth in the journal, but I don't need to be an asshole. I can choose to be an asshole, but that's not my personality. So I have eliminated any reason for people not to help me. I've given monetary incentive. I've offered safety to not sue. And I've also even been willing to omit portions of the story. And there's a fourth thing I'm doing. I'm giving print space of 333 pages so that people can explain their perspective. That is called respectful, crucial conversation. So there is no reason, except if somebody just wants to be a dick. And that's okay, because it's all online. So each day that I do not get help, we know who is responsible. Some people might say setting up, but I don't call it that because I'm honestly telling the way it is. It's others' choices. We have a chance to end COVID. My neighborhood and I. There is an incredible story to tell, and the tone in the neighborhood has been on edge for a long while. It would be nice to be able to get back to normal. And right now, there is this horrible disease, this devil disease of addiction, of people getting what they want. And that would cause harm to me more than has already happened. I got out of the shower today. I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm a little bit splotchy. And it's just the way it is. You'll be seeing more of it as I continue to get hit by UV rays. You can deny it all you want. The evidence is starting to show that I'm correct. So keep on thinking what you're thinking, and you're going to be proven wrong. I don't know how else to convince people other than retelling and reteaching. My neighbors and my friends are the most difficult class I have ever taught in my entire career of teaching. And I do not know why that is the case. I need people to turn the corner and to have an open mind about new things, because we are stuck as a civilization with our current thinking. We will never expand and have advances in science. We must accept that some things that are invisible are real. And you already believe it because you believe television and radio are real. You don't see that in the air. Your cell phone works, it's without a wire. These are examples of invisible things and forces at work. You just don't think about it that way. Microwave oven, same thing. It cooks your food invisibly. You can't see it cook. You can see the effect of cooking. Something might boil or melt, but that's a physical change and a chemical change. You don't see the process like you do when you barbecue or cook over a flame. You know that that's the heating element. You can't see the heating element in a microwave oven. Your television remote, it operates. How does it operate? Invisible light. So we need to start thinking a little bit more open-minded about invisible things really being real. And on the Sabbath, it would be a great day to connect with something very real. God. Right now, too many people are connecting with what they want. And that is the way of the devil. It's not to say that we shouldn't ever want things. But when we do want them, we need to make sure that it is in alignment with God. And we have lots of laws that support those ideas. That's why I'm actually right in my situation, because there are laws that say I am. My neighbors are aware that laws have been broken, and the police support them. So that is out there. People don't believe that what they're doing is discrimination. And I have to tell you, it is. I got a letter from a City of Columbus, a flyer from the City of Columbus on addiction services. That is really discrimination. It would be like mailing a diet plan to somebody obese. That'd be like the city mailing to everyone who's overweight. They could go to their medical records and find all the obese people in the county and send to them a diet package or recommendation that they go on a diet. That is what is going on. And people don't see it that way. There is no cure for the disease of addiction. And in fact, the whole world is riddled many layers with addiction. The government's addicted to control. Many people are addicted to food. That would be that obese population. Some are addicted to sex. Some are addicted to exercise, which you would normally think is a good thing. But too much of anything is a bad thing. And in society today, with the amount of expectation we have of things and the quick turnaround time we expect, we are definitely becoming more addicted to things. And we want them our way. It's important to recognize this as a society. Because if we don't, we're going to be one selfish planet. And we're going to find ourselves isolating from each other, which is what the purpose of COVID was. And we're not going to have community anymore. Everybody will be too afraid. So there's a way to work out differences. There's a way to work together. There's a way to agree to disagree and still be civil. We've got to pull it together. We cannot be in these different factions. Because today is World War III. And it's not two countries fighting one another. It's my government murdering all the world population. And I'm the only one standing up. I really need some help. I hope that you can join me. Because you can see I'm burning up pretty quick. And I'll keep saying the same words like I have for the last 3 years. I really need some help. Not the way you think, not the way you believe, but because I am me and I know my unique needs. I need assistance writing the charges from a professional to take the city to court because they've made some mistakes. It's that simple. And getting that help has been impossible because people don't want to help me. They think the problem's something else. And because so much time has gone by, And I haven't been able to get that assistance. Not because I don't have a case, which is what people think. People just don't believe me. They're going to have a tough time, the city, looking at a document that says what I'm saying on paper or in audio that proves a crime happened. So it is a super, super, super easy case. But I'm scared shitless that I'm going to fuck up the paperwork. And it'll get thrown out. And because of double jeopardy, I would not be able to sue again. And as important as this case is, I know the lawyers would be looking for the teeniest mistake to have it called out on a technicality. I can't afford that to be my future. So I need to rely on a professional who's going to do it correctly, because I don't know procedure. And I would probably make an error. Please, get a lawyer in front of me. Let me explain to the lawyer, not to you, because you don't believe me. All I'm asking for is that connection. It's not for you to decide whether I have a case or not. I'm asking for a lawyer. And my friends are passing judgment on whether or not I've got a case. You're not a lawyer. It's not really important. I need a lawyer. I continue to keep saying that, and more lies and rumors get spread around the city. And instead of helping me, y'all believe them lies that are told by the police. Now, I don't know what to do, because my problem is with the police. But you believe them. So it's really fucked up. If I say the police have lied, you're choosing not to believe me, and you are taking the word of the police as truth and making judgments on it. So it's one of those things where I'm really kind of taken aback. Come on, love me again. I'm the same person. You're finding fault in me, and you are not the judge. You see me very angry. It's because I have a reason to be. It has nothing to do with a mental illness. And you've seen facial expressions out of frustration and watched me experience torture occurring in front of your very eyes invisibly, which you're interpreting as doing drugs. So I'm begging people to please help out. I need you to be a friend or a neighbor, because I don't want to die. I need people to give a shit about me. People tell me that they do. But then I tell them what I need and I don't get it. That's kind of proving that you're not. Just being honest. So if you would like to help, come over after sunset, visit me, see that the Ohio Bermuda Triangle outside is real, and get me in touch with a lawyer or send information to me that is pertaining to somebody who might be able to help. Everybody's got connections. And this is a big case. You might not think I've got a case, but if I'm telling you that I've got a big case, you should believe it. You see, all of this comes down to believability. That's it. You need to believe. I'm telling some things that are very, very conspiracy theory like. And people want to poo-poo on that. Don't do that. You don't know. I'm a well-educated, intelligent man. And I know what I'm talking about because I've done my research. You have to trust what I'm telling. And if you don't trust it, go ahead and look yourself. But you got to look with an open mind. If you look with a closed mind, you're never going to see it. Guaranteed. I love this earth. And I feel like I'm quickly not only not able to enjoy it, but watching years of my life go by. If I am followed by this light that teases and moves direction and creates more heat against my body, ignoring it's not going to work. I can't do that. I have to address it. So I hope that helps explain why you think I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. I'm working very hard. I hope one day that you'll see that. And it might be after my death. But I'll keep fighting. For you. Because your rights are gone. You just don't know it yet. Kind of scary. And I know you don't want to believe it. Okay, have it your way. You're falling for the government trap. See, there's a lot of propaganda that says you're free when you're really not. It's a matter of perspective. And if we're not careful, and if we don't defend each other's rights, we are in for a world of trouble. And we'll have none. Now is the time to stand up for each other. COVID was designed to make us splinter apart and isolate. We need community. And we need to find similarities. And when somebody asks for assistance, we must not ignore them. If we can help out, we can. It's none of our business to agree with or think there's validity there. If somebody is saying, hey, could you help me out this way? It doesn't take too much effort to believe it. Just my 2 cents. We need to have a world where we care about each other again. And with that, we will then care about our environment. And that's what it's all about. Taking care of our environment. Happy Sabbath. And I hope that you have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon. And I'm going to finish my public records request. I'm asking for the smart street lamp data from the Como Alley because 2 nights ago, my ladder was moved where the Ohio Bermuda Triangle is. So whomever moved it must have moved it and then called people, either neighbors or police or both, and went into my backyard. And he showed them the setup that he created. Can you believe that? Here I am telling something real. And my captor creates something fake to keep his secret. Isn't that weird? So he's actually going to make people responsible for spreading false information because either the police or neighbors who were brought into my backyard without me explaining. This is also him speaking for me. The same thing. Same thing that he's done. He's got a short playlist, but it's effective. They were led awry. And because he left the gate open a little bit, because he's a little bit sloppy, that's why I have all the evidence I do of things. He's sloppy or arrogant, sure of himself. Let's say confident. He's confident. So the deal is they were set up. These people that saw the Ohio Bermuda Triangle. If you are one of them or know somebody who has said it's not real, please counteract that with the knowledge that I'm sharing. Because I'm sure that he has told people and have the people that he brought over tell other people. And you know why he'd be able to do that? We need to help him. Look, there's nothing here. He's really sick. That would be his line. I got my main captor pegged. Personality and all. So, it's time to help out. I hope that there is peaceful resolution to what's going on. All I can do is have faith because I can't stop it. I'm hoping you can. Have a good day.